2003, the Lord directed my spirit to start an organization called Children of War, Children of Hope. We owned an old home here in Weatherford, and we had it as a bed and breakfast. And so eventually we closed the bed and breakfast so that I could go to South Sudan more often. And I went nearly every year, except when there were really bad wars going on, and worked with 2 orphanages and with the local government in South Sudan and in Uganda and Rwanda to try to develop policies for countries that didn't have adoption policies to work with the government. And was able to complete 2 adoptions and still working on 1 more. I went back to work on the 2nd adoption in 2020 and got caught in the pandemic and stayed at the orphanage for 13 months when my ticket was for 2 months. I missed our 50th wedding anniversary. Dan had been in the military for 30-something years, so we had been separated before. But this separation was me leaving him and my children, and me not being able to be there with them. I just began to see over there that I had put too much of my earthly treasure into others. And people are wonderful, but the relationship is not just with people, the relationship is with Jesus Christ. And so when you can draw that relationship to be the most important part, then you do not have to worry about your relationships with other people. He will bring that into focus rightly. The pandemic was not good, but the fact of spending 13 months with over 100 children and staff and going through separation from my family brought me so much closer to Jesus. We eventually, in the next year, sold our home. God just opened doors again. We thought maybe it was to go back to Uganda for a year, but the opportunity came to go to Poland to work with the Ukrainian refugees, and we both felt in our heart and our spirit that that is where God was compelling us to go. Once Dan and I arrive in Poland, we will be located in a place where the mission teams that will be coming over from Mercy Works, which is an offshoot of Youth with a Mission, receiving these teams at the airport or wherever they come in and taking them around to different locations each day that has been prearranged for them to minister or to assist in any way that we can, be it a refugee house or be it a school or a hospital, and visit with or assist in any way we can with the refugees that are coming in to make them not just more comfortable, but to make them feel that God loves them and show them that love. As a believer in Jesus Christ, all of us in some way are drawn to seeking His will for us. The only reason you were brought to earth is to be born here to serve Jesus in some capacity. All I desire is to understand that the day that I stand before Him, that I want to be sure that I've done what He's asked me to do. All my sins are gone, I know that. But I want to know that I didn't miss the mark in something in my later years in life. It's a selfish world. It's a world that looks at greed and what I can do for myself and what I can get for myself. And our children need to understand that it's not about them. And so we need to just look at ourselves and be sure that we're not being self-centered, to see that the treasures on this earth aren't building up anything for us, that we're giving everything away so that we can be a crown jewel in heaven, stand before the Father on the day of judgment and be able to lay our crowns before Him. So any age is possible to serve God in any place. We don't have to be in South Sudan or Poland or anywhere else. And some people feel like that first of all, they're not led, but also they don't feel adequate. So hopefully we can look at ourselves and say, even at any age, God has a purpose for me. I am not here by accident. He just hasn't completed me yet, and whatever that purpose is right now is where we should be so that He could work on us. There is joy in everything if you're in Jesus. It's in my heart, my mind, my spirit. I say it every day. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because the testing of your faith develops perseverance, and perseverance must finish its work so that you would be complete.